everyone, welcome back to Keeping It Unfiltered. And if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Even if you're not new, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? So make sure you hit that subscribe button. You catch a new episode of Keeping It Unfiltered every Thursday. Today's topic is going to be fake maturity. The reason why I came up with this topic is because I just noticed overall a lot of people have a hard time understanding what exactly is considered being mature. Well, first things first, it does have something to do with age because I feel like the older you get, the more experiences you have, the more you learn from them, and more they shape you into hopefully being a more mature individual. To be honest, sometimes that's not even the case. People think just because you turn 18 years old or you hit the 21-year-old, that makes you grown or mature. Absolutely not. Being mature just literally comes down picking one decision or the other. For example, maybe instead of arguing with the same individual, you just block them out your life. Some people might find it corny to do that or be like, I don't block people. Y'all know how I feel. I don't have no problem pressing that block button. So maybe that's something that you need to press so that you're not constantly arguing with someone. The ones that this video is really dedicated to are the people who don't understand that being spiteful still makes you immature, or being petty still makes you immature. Some people will say, okay, I'm not going to say something to that individual, but at the same time, you're still edging on to that individual to make them mad. So maybe you won't call them up to argue with them, but you post something petty. That's immature. What really happens is they'll say, I'm not going to directly speak to you, but I'm going to write a paragraph on Instagram or on any other social media platform saying things about you to the point where you know it's about you. And because I didn't directly say it about you, makes it less immature. Age can be a thing, but at the same time, we still got 30-year-olds out here who are still slashing men's tires or who are still picking fights with people or still just being very problematic, which is immature. Talking back to people too, especially your elders, is crazy. I mean, I get if you feel a little disrespected, but not being able to take direction from authorities, such as maybe it might be a teacher, it may be your boss at your job. Obviously, if they're disrespecting you and you need to put them in their place, so be it. Do that. But being the first person that got something to say just because you don't like what they're saying is very immature of you. Because half of the time, these managers don't even be trying to little girl or little boy you. Really, they're just telling you what to do. And it's just you taking it the wrong way. I feel like you fully come into your maturity or are becoming mature when you start to realize that there are things on you that you can fix too. Every situation you go through or any downfalls you have, you're just able to sit there and pick apart the situation and see what things you could have done better and what things they could have done better on their end. Now, of course, you're going to get those situations where it's just okay, you completely did me wrong. This is black and white and stuff like that. But let's say you get a third person in and they're literally telling you could have done this differently. Instead of just shooing them off or trying to sit there and be like, no, I was completely right, especially if multiple people are saying the same thing, you're able to take that information in and you're able to sit there and say okay, now that I'm seeing it from your point of view, maybe I could have done this instead of that. Or maybe I could see how I went wrong from here. Because the thing that you'll realize about an immature person, they'll have excuses for everything. They will never sit there and be able to analyze a situation and see both sides of it. I feel like a more mature person will be able to put themselves through there and say I could see how this person was looking at it, but at the same time I did A, B, C, and D to reassure them if they feel like they've done nothing wrong. Or they'll say, I could see how they were looking at it, and you know what, maybe I should have a conversation with them to talk to them. And that's probably going off of the different opinions they may have gotten from others. There are also situations where people swear up and down that they're being more mature and they don't respond to a certain situation In reality, you're still being a child because you know that you literally caused that type of situation or caused that argument. Whether that was from like an indirect post or whether you said something through the grapevine that got back to the person and you're like, okay, I'm going to just ignore them. No, you should get your grown behind up and have a conversation with that person. You know that it's something that you did to cause them to react and hit you up or say something to you about a situation. That doesn't make you more mature because you're silent on the matter. That's crazy. I don't feel like there's a certain level you can be on with maturity. I feel like there's always room to grow. What I will say though, maturity comes with growth. And as an individual, you should have room to grow. So to grow is to learn. So the fake maturity people will be the ones who feel like their word is the last word. You're talking to them and you're trying to explain, oh, maybe we could do it this way, right? Sometimes there is a right or wrong way. Say if you figure out, oh, well, we could do it this way. And they're like, no, 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 my way is the right way. It's always going to be the right way. Whatever you say is irrelevant. It's not going to help the situation. You got to watch out for those people. Because in their mind, they feel like they know what they're talking about. Or if you blatantly see a loophole in something and they still want to choose the harder way around just to make it seem like, oh, I'm coming out as if I did it myself. Or I'm coming with more credit just because I did it this way. Those people, you just really got to sit there and be like, okay, like they're going to do whatever they want in their own head. They don't want to listen to what anybody has to say. That's fake maturity. You're not more mature just because you want to take the harder way out of a situation. That's weird. So, say if somebody is willing to help you, or somebody has helped you, and somebody is giving you advice, or somebody has given you tools to sit there and get through a trial, tribulation, or just something that you may need further along in life, and you chose to just throw those tools out and go your own way because you feel like this one is going to make you look more good in the end because your ego is so much in the way. That's corny. And you don't get no more credit than the next person who might have gotten their resources and gotten further along and was able to share their thank yous to everybody who has helped them along the way. People who lack maturity always let their ego get in the way. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you are one of those people, that's going to be your greatest downfall. When someone does something to you, doing it back to them is petty and it's immature. If they do something that hurts you. Or if this is a family member, you can't just literally get rid of family members. Like, okay, you acted like that, but I won't treat you like that again. Or I won't continuously go out my way for you. That's fine. That's just sitting there saying, okay, analyze the situation. I did not like the way you treated me. At the same time, I love you. I don't even want to stoop to your level because if we're thinking about it, to be some petty to somebody who's done something to you, especially when it was intentional, is stooping to their level, and it does not make us any better than them. So we don't even need to be on that. That's a whole different level of immature. To see the situation and to say, I'm just going to treat you accordingly, is so much more mature. It's so much of being a bigger person, and you're still standing your ground. Because I know it's those ego people that be like, like I feel like they got the last laugh. Let them. We need to learn how to really do that and see like, yo, you acting like a kid, so I'm going to let you get the last laugh. I'm going to let you get the last word. Some things aren't even worth arguing about or going back and forth about, especially when you know that you can't even change that person's mind because they're immature. Nothing wrong with expressing your feelings. You just gotta honestly see that thin line between that and then just trying to persuade them to see what's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of times now I don't even express how I feel to some people because I'm like, I already know how you think. You're not even gonna see where I'm coming from, so I'm not even gonna waste my breath. At the same time, that makes me cut people out of my life as well too, because I'm like, if I can't tell you how I feel, why am I about to sit here and keep you in my life and deal with your immature ways? Who cannot take accountability are extremely immature. And you can falsely take accountability too. So you're also immature. For the people who just want to take it, just to take the accountability, just to get what they want. Taking accountability in something, for example, saying sorry, it's 2023. And as sensitive as the world has become, we still got these people out here not saying sorry. You do something to somebody and they literally tell you out their mouth that you did something to them, or you know that that is something that would tick that person off or hurt that individual, and you don't apologize, that's childish. I think that's like one of those egotistic things, though, that is like, oh, I know what I did, but at the same time, I don't really care. That's weird. Something's up. Being mature isn't just about your age. It's about the experiences you go through and how you take those experiences. Figure out how to deal with certain situations in life. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, if you are new here, do not forget to click that subscribe button. If you guys have any suggestions or any topics that you would like to hear, feel free to DM me on Instagram. Also, you can comment below and let me know, like, what do you think is considered your form of fake maturity? Your form of fake maturity. Make sure to look out for the bonus episode dropping this weekend. It's actually going to be Unpopular Opinion. That was that for this video, and see you guys next Thursday.